So students, in my previous lecture we have seen various biological factors altering toxicity. Today we are going to further discuss about some more factors which can affect the toxicity in this part 2 of the lecture. Let us understand, in continuation with the previous lecture, that there is a species difference between various experimental animals. So there are different target organ differences. Mycotoxin fumonisin B1 is a compound that in various species have a different target organ toxicity. It has been found in horses it is toxic to brain and can lead to leukoencephalomalacia. In pigs it is found to be toxic to the lungs and can lead to pulmonary edema. In rat and mouse, it is toxic to kidney and can be more nephrotoxic in rat as compared to the mouse. There are even some organophosphorus compound which cause a syndrome called as organophosphate-induced delayed neuropathy, and that develops 2 to 3 weeks after acute intoxication. And it could be studied, this syndrome can be studied only in poultry, hen, turkey, but other experimental animals are found to be resistant to this syndrome. So as a research student, you should know that there can be a difference between the species and you have to use a appropriate animal model when you are testing the toxic effects of certain chemicals. Now there can be sometimes a selective toxicity where insects oxidize malathion to a very highly toxic metabolite, and that is malaxone. Whereas mammals hydrolyze this compound and for them it is not toxic. The mechanism is given over there, what happens in the mammal and what happens in the insects. In mammals you can see there is a malathion diacid which is formed, and here there is a malaxone which is highly toxic in the nature. Rodents do not have, I said, a reflex of the vomiting. Anticoagulant warfarin is used as a rodenticide that can't be spit out by the rodents. Even the example which I have given you, parathion and malathion, they are also used as a insecticides because they are safe in the human but they are toxic to the insects. So differences in the response of the mammals and bacteria is also used in the antibiotic treatment for bacterial infection, which we have discussed in my previous session. There can be another factor which can lead to the differences in the toxic responses of a particular chemical is a gender. Gender can play a big role in influencing toxicity because there are physiological differences in men and in women. Which physiological differences which can lead to alteration in the kinetic properties, in the dynamic properties, and therefore the activity of the drug. The gender-related differences in susceptibility have been described for a large number of the toxic chemicals approximately equal to 200, and such differences are found in many mammalian species. It appears that males are generally more susceptible to the renal toxins and females are generally more susceptible to the liver toxins. The cause of the differences in the responses between males and females are related to the difference in variety of their physiological processes. For example, females are capable of additional excretion of certain chemicals through menstrual blood loss, breast milk, and maybe sometimes transfer through the placental barrier to the fetus, and they also experience additional stress during the pregnancy, delivery and lactation. Whereas enzyme activities and genetic repair mechanisms, hormonal factors, or the presence of relatively large depot of the fat in female also results in the greater accumulation of certain xenobiotics, lipophilic toxic chemical such as organic solvents and some medications. In comparison with men, pharmacokinetics in women generally can be impacted because of their low body weight, slower GIT motility, reduced intestinal enzymatic activity, and slow kidney functioning, glomerular filtration rate. There can be delayed gastric emptying in women, which results into the need for them to extend the interval between eating and taking the medication, which require absorption on empty stomach. There can be other psychological factors between men and women which also exist. The slower renal clearance in women, for example, may result in the need for dose adjustment for those drugs such as digoxin, which are excreted via kidneys. In general, pharmacodynamic differences between women and men include greater sensitivity and enhanced effectiveness in women for some drugs such as beta blocker, opioids, and some antipsychotics. Usually, male and female animals have similar toxic responses to some compounds, but there exists a difference, and that is quantitative as well as qualitative. Male rats metabolize xenobiotics more rapidly than that of the female rats. And therefore, human also appear in that aspect to rat because male metabolize xenobiotics even faster than that of the women. Female mice metabolize compounds more rapidly than male mice. Now, there can be gender-related variabilities. Here, the examples are given. Barbiturate induce longer sleep in female than in male that have higher activity of a liver microsomal enzymes for hydroxylation of hexobarbital. Chloroform, which is one of the first anesthetic which is abandoned now because it may cause lethal arrhythmias or respiratory arrest. It is also hepatotoxic with more severe liver damage in male than in female mice. In male rats, testosterone induces liver microsomal enzyme, thus causing higher metabolism of a chloroform and production of the phosgene, which is highly hepatotoxic. Now, there can be age-related variabilities. The various toxins are more toxic in the young animals rather than in the adult because of undeveloped mechanism of the detoxification. Aflatoxin B1 is 7 times more toxic in a 1-day-old rat than in adult rat because of the undeveloped blood-brain barrier. Higher absorption of certain compounds also leads to 4 to 5 times, more increase in the viability by the young rather than by adults. There are certain exceptions also. The young animals and children have fewer symptoms and recover completely from the OPIDP and severe intoxication with some organophosphates. This is due to the very quick de novo synthesis of a target enzymes in the peripheral nodes. The biological factors affecting the toxic response, which are age related, or various toxics are also more toxic in old animals and in the humans because of reduced detoxification, impaired renal excretion, decreased renal blood flow, low level of the plasma protein, and distribution of the toxicant, and the drugs therefore get altered because of sometimes increased body fat and a decrease in body water. Disease condition can also alter the toxic effects. Acute and chronic liver injuries such as hepatitis, cirrhosis, toxic hepatitis, porphyria, liver tumors will affect the rate of biotransformation of particular chemical and therefore the correspondingly the toxic effects of the drug. The renal diseases can cause disturbances in the excretion of the chemical, thereby increasing the chances of the toxicity. The severe heart diseases can increase the toxicity of the chemical by again impairing the renal and hepatic circulation. The respiratory tract disorders such as asthma can render the subject more susceptible to certain air pollutant or toxicity due to them. Diet and nutritional status, that is a deficiency of essential fatty acids and proteins, will depress the cytochrome activity and that can lead to the alteration in the biotransformation and can modify the toxicity of the chemical. In human, toxicity of the chemical may be affected by poor nutrition. Such diet may decrease biotransformation capacity. Aflatoxin B1, which is considered to be the causative agent of the kwashiorkor disease in Africa, because of it was found frequently in biological material at post-mortem. The reason for this finding was a decreased metabolism of the mycotoxin. Biological factors affecting toxic responses due to the chemicals which are present in diet, air or water. Humans may be under medication with several drugs while exposed to an industrial chemical. The toxicity of a chemical is an organism may be increased or decreased by simultaneously or consecutive exposure to another chemical in the food. Like grapefruit juice increases the viability of the immunosuppressive drug cyclosporine A by inactivating cytochrome enzymes in liver and in small bowel enterocytes. Cyclosporine A is used for immunosuppression in renal allograft recipients. Even polyphenol epigallocatechin gallate, which is present in the green tea, prevent the tumor death induced by anti-tumor drug bortezomib, which is a proteasome inhibitor, and is used in treatment of the multiple myeloma. Green tea decreases the effect of the bortezomib. Cigarette smoking and alcohol intake are also known to alter the effect of the various drugs by altering their metabolism and therefore causing alteration in their pharmacological responses or sometimes exaggeration of the pharmacological responses leading to the toxic effects. The toxic response in the human may be very different because of the genetic variability within the humans. So genetic factor also need to be considered. Those which are having G6PD deficiency, glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, which is an X-linked genetic condition, which predisposes to the hemolytic anemia called favism. It is common in the person from Mediterranean and African region. And G6PD affected males are immune to malaria. So what are the manifestations of the G6PD? Prolonged neonatal jaundice with possible kernicterus, hemolytic crisis caused by illness, drugs, anti-malaria drugs like primaquine, pemaquine, chloroquine, or foods, broad beans, and severe crisis can cause acute kidney failure. Thank you.